name is Tamara Chambers, and this is Tamara's Never Seen. And today, I am watching the most highly recommended film for Tamara's Never Seen, Clue. I've seen it. I know. Everyone's going ablaze in the comments already. I have seen Clue. I saw Clue when I was 6 years old at my next door neighbor Amanda's house, and I remember enjoying the out of it. I remember it ending and being like, dang, it was funny. It was funny. I've not seen it since then though, and I feel like it's the most requested Tamara's Never Seen episode, even though I've said hundreds of times that I've seen it before. I have seen the Alien movies, I have seen Clue, I have seen Spaceballs, I have seen Princess Bride. Those are ones that I get asked to do a lot. So I figured I'd turn it into an episode. I think it'll be really fun to talk about. This is the first time that I've done this on this series. Tamara's Never Seen, but she has. She's seen it. She's seen it. Contrary to popular belief, she's definitely seen that. She's lying. Of course, I'm dressed up like a second-rate Madeline Kahn. It's coming. You know the flames bit is coming. You know I'm gonna do. Okay. I have husbands to kill, so let's do this. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Just do it. Okay. That was such a different movie as an adult. Again, I don't remember that much from it when I first saw it. I remember the physical comedy really landing, but I don't remember the giant plethora of adult jokes in this film. I don't remember there being a gay character. He turns out to not be gay in the final ending. I mentioned the gay character because I was not at all shown any kind of any entertainment or any kind of content that had any kind of homosexuality. I watched all three endings for this one as well. I know that when it first came out, only certain endings were playing at certain theaters. It's like the Pirates of Caribbean for board games, you know? Like, it's something that you kind of grew up with. Did they try to make spin-offs? Like when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, it was so popular, Disney was like, wow, let's make Haunted Mansion, and then it was like a flop. Were there other board games that came out? Are there other board game movies, like Operation? Is that just what the Human Centipede is? Okay. It opens and you see all these characters assembling together for this party, and they've all been asked to come, and they've all been given different names to go by. And we've seen this before. It's like in And Then There Were None, the book by Agatha Christie. This is all the characters that we know from the game that I definitely cheated on every time that I played it. Sorry, Taylor. My little brother, I'm so sorry. It was Professor Plum in the kitchen with the wrench. I don't know how I got it on the second turn either. It's crazy. They get a letter inviting them to Hill House. Don't go there. Don't go there! And then you get to see who's playing who. Mrs. White by the best actress ever, Madeline Kahn. I love her in everything that she's in, and she's amazing. And thank you, Tamara's Never Seen, for really, really introducing me to her. I saw this when I was young. I saw her in other things, but my God alive, is she wonderful and brilliant in everything that she does. Everything. Flames. Okay, we'll get to that. Tim Curry's Wadsworth is just delightful. The best. He's so funny in this. Every line that he delivers, he's so dry. Mr. Plum, played by Christopher Lloyd, who looks so much younger than another role he played in the same year, 1985, Doc Brown. Holy hell, man. What a year for you, dude. Clue and Back to the Future? That's a dang year. They're all so wonderful. I don't think there's a weak link among them, except possibly for the actor who plays Mr. Body in the beginning, before he dies. I wrote Mr. Body's blackmailing them. I don't love his acting though. I don't. There is something off about him. I know in the end it's revealed that he's the butler and that Tim Curry is actually Mr. Body, and that makes a little more sense to me. I don't know. It feels like he's acting like being a bad actor, if that makes sense. He was just a different caliber than the rest of the people. I don't know who he is. Sorry if I'm offending anyone. That's just how I feel. There's a scene after dinner where they're all having brandy. They're finding out why they're all assembled there, and it's because they're being all blackmailed by Mr. Body, and they reveal all of the bad deeds they're being blackmailed for. Mrs. White has killed all of her husbands, and Mrs. Peacock is helping her politician husband. Miss Scarlet has a business in prostitution, and Colonel Mustard is building an atom bomb, and Professor Plum, he's had an affair with his clients, students maybe, and then Mr. Green is just gay. So they've all done something really wrong. They each get gifts from Mr. Body, and it's all of the famous weapons from the game, and it's a really great scene. It's also pretty unevenly matched with the different weapons. I got a candlestick. Oh, I got a gun! You got a, what'd you see? Mr. Body's killed, the cook is killed, you really get introduced to the maid now, and they're all running around, splitting up, trying to find who is killing people because cops are coming in a half hour. Now that I was rewatching, I remember the physical comedy really hitting me hard as a kid. There's one line where Tim Curry is like, I'm not shouting, I'm shouting, I'm shouting, I'm shouting. Bonk, something hits him on the head, he falls. Hilarious, comedy gold. But there are so many sexual jokes that just went, pew, straight over little innocent Tamara's head. This guy gets stranded on the road, and he stops by to use the phone, and then he dies from some mysterious person. And a cop comes investigating the car that was on the road, looking for the guy that's dead in their house. So he comes in to use the phone, and then he dies. The maid is dead now. A singing telegram comes in, she dies. Dum da dum dum dum, I am your singing telegram. I forget how it goes, but it was really cute. It's all just hilarious chaos. It's hard to kind of react to it, I guess, because it's just joke after joke after joke after joke. And I will say, here's maybe not a criticism, but something I noticed is it is so much slower. The pacing of it is so much slower for a comedy than what we get today. But the jokes are just all so good and they hit so well and they're subtle and then they just kind of slip by you and then like 2 seconds later you're like, oh my God, hilarious. Or just gets you immediately, slaps you in the face. They're all just so good and well done that you don't mind the pacing. It's just different than what you're used to. Tim Curry's character starts telling us what has happened and he's figured it out and he knows who murdered who, and it's so magical. They're all running about the house. They go back to the very beginning. Things we know what's happened, but it's so fun to relive it through them all running and scattering about. First one is Mrs. Scarlet, you terrible woman. Here's how it could have happened. And the second one is Mrs. Peacock, you wild bird. But here's what really happened. Then it was everyone but Mr. Green. My favorite was Mrs. White, obviously. Obviously, Miss Madeline Kahn was the best. The best. Mr. Green in the hallway with the revolver. Why would that be my first instinct? My finger, where my hand is right next to the trigger. I could just easily just, oof. It's a very cheap gun, it's still scary. Never do this at home, kids. It's such a good movie. It's so well done. The acting is incredible. I don't know why I haven't rewatched this already. I don't know why I haven't gone back and seen this again, because I remember really loving it as a kid. And so for me to be like, no thank you. But Tamara, why would you watch Cheetah Girls 2 when you know that you love Clue? You could just rewatch that. No, I think I'll just watch Cheetah Girls 2. Thank you very much. It's a hard one to talk about though, because it's just joke after joke after joke. The jokes were all so amazing. They all stick out in my mind. But what do I talk about? I mean, I'm gonna do the heavy breathing flames on heaving my face, but what do you talk about? They're all so well done. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed touching upon it again. I know that there's a couple that I could retouch upon, and we'll see if I do that. We'll see if everyone gets upset that I've seen this already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all next week. Bye! It flames on the side of my face. My breathing, breath, heavy breathing, heaving. I love you, Madeline Kahn. I love you so much. I haven't seen any like Godfather or Scarface or what are those series? They're all the same in my mind. I don't know what they are. I'm gonna go have sex with my wife.